The first time I figured out that this was the biggest difference between the creators that make a ton of money versus the ones that don't, I was shook. And I've been testing this out with my really small following, and the amount of money that I've made in the past few months is really shocking. So I have to share with you what I've learned. The first time I realized this, I was actually hanging out with a creator who had 800,000 followers, which is more than 10 times the amount of following I have. Here I'm thinking brands probably pay her hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then we got down to chatting and she was like, I barely make $1,000 to do a video. Meanwhile, I was charging like 4 times the rate for a tenth of an audience. And that's when everything clicked. Her audience was people with no purchasing power. And the companies that did want to sponsor her were selling really cheap products, so they didn't really have much budget to begin with. Even if you're not trying to monetize your audience with brand deals, if you're trying to monetize your audience with a product, ask yourself, can this audience that you're building even afford your product? I see so many lifestyle creators who've built massive followings and have such great engagement. When they try to sell, not a single person will click on it. I'm so fascinated with this topic that I'm even hosting an event at Shopify to talk all about this. We have panelists like Nick Sharma, who's launched and scaled brands like Feastables and Crocs to hundreds of millions in revenue. Content creators like Jade, who've built an entire skincare company around her audience. Even Twitter creators like Ankur, who sold his company for $250 million. Oh, and I'll be on the panel too to not just talk about how I built my audience, but how I launched it in a 6-figure plus business in less than 4 months. Space is limited. I'll drop the RSVP link in my bio.